Good evening, everybody, and welcome to my channel. This is Rainer and this is Rainier Books. You love my segment, I've read something. And this is actually a segment within the segment that I'm starting tonight because I read banned books. A few weeks ago I made a video about top 10 banned books in the United States, and it got a lot of reactions actually. It got reactions from a lot of people who think like me that government should not decide what people are allowed to read, what children are allowed to read and what not. But it also got some comments from people on the other side of the aisle, on the other side of the spectrum. America is a divided country, right? And it got a lot of comments from people who said, well, it's not true, books are not banned, which is not true. Books are banned from school libraries. And yeah, I want to talk about banned books and want to make review about banned books. So I picked a banned book for my first review, and there will be more actually, I think, in the segment. This is a book by Justin Richardson and Peter Parnell that has been published in, I think, 2005. Hold on a second. It was published by Simon & Schuster for young readers. Yeah, in the beginning of the 20th century actually, and it's banned in a lot of school counties because it's dangerous. This is And Tango Makes Three. And Tango Makes Three. It's a children's book. It's a book for small children. And I got it from the Stockholm City Library. Thank you very much, from Årsta Bibliotek. And this is the 10th anniversary edition. I have to hold it up like this. So what is this book about? I read it in about 20 minutes, or less than 20 minutes actually. And what makes this book, because some people on my channel, they made comments that of course you have to ban books that are full or that include scenes of sexual perversion and stuff like that, you know, they have to be banned. Small children cannot be allowed to read stuff like that. And of course there are novels, there are books that include explicit descriptions of sexuality, and even good books that include. I will come to a French novel very soon that has very explicit content, but it's not in school libraries in the United States. But what makes this book so dangerous, And Tango Makes Three? I will tell you. It is a story, actually it's a true story, about two penguins in Central Park Zoo in New York City. Two male penguins actually, and they become, well, they're from almost the day when they were born, they become big friends, you know. They are doing almost everything together. Like it says in the book, I quote, they bowed to each other and they walked together, they sang to each other, and they swam together. Wherever Roy went, Shiloh went too. These are the guys, Roy and Shiloh. And then they realize that the other penguins, that they have eggs and they get babies. And they realize one day, we can't get babies, it doesn't work. They use a stone, you know, and try to sort of believe that they can get a baby out of a stone, but it doesn't work. So something is wrong. But then some guy who's working at the zoo, their keeper, Mr. Gramsci, he thinks, well, they must be in love, these two penguins. They don't have sex, don't worry. No sexual perversions here. And, well, Mr. Gramsci decides to give them an egg. And they sort of sit on the egg and for days and days in a row. And because it was an egg that was an abandoned egg that he gives to them. And yeah, one day, you can see what happens. Suddenly a tiny hole appeared in the egg's shell, and then a small baby comes out. Crack! And they have a baby, and this baby is called Tango. And Tango Makes Three. Soon Tango grew strong enough to leave the nest. Roy and Shiloh took her for a swim, just like all the other penguin families. And all the children who came to the zoo could see Tango and her two fathers playing in the penguin house with the other penguins. Hooray Roy, hooray Shiloh, welcome Tango. They cheered. And so they become a family. And this is a book that is apparently so dangerous to a lot of American parents that they have done everything to get this book out of school libraries because they fear that their little boy might get gay when he reads the book. I don't understand that. This is a beautiful book about respect and inclusion, a book about love and empathy, a book about family. So tell me in the comments down below what makes this book so dangerous. I don't get it. Americans. Bye.